There's one right by the boat. Hey, welcome back to this week's Midwest Outdoors. I'm Tony Roach. We're on Green Bay right now, chasing after some great big pre-spawn walleyes. I'm accompanied with my buddy Matt Ernst, and we're pitching Rippin Raps. You know, most people think in the spring that you gotta fish really finesse fishing, live bait, dragging. That's not the case. These Green Bay walleyes are ferocious and they're inhaling these baits. Let me show you. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh, look at that. Like I said, we're fishing lipless crankbaits, Rippin Raps. You can see this one's not a giant, but you can see the great big belly. They're pre-spawn. They're mad. They're in shallow water. Anytime you get these fish pre-spawn shallow like this, ripping baits, I'm in, man. You're catching tons of walleyes. Like I said, they're just absolutely inhaling those baits. There we go. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing to catch these fish. It's pretty simple, I mean, but there's some key parts of the equation to put more fish in the boat out here for sure. You know, these fish are on these flats, they're out in front of these rivers, creek areas. You know, they're staging to spawn or getting ready to spawn themselves. And it's all about finding those fish first, and then there's just a couple simple things you need to know and you'll be set. You'll be catching lots of fish out here in Green Bay. There's another one.
Beauty.
That's the thing, a lot of these fish hit it on the paws. Even though we're fishing these things aggressive, these walleyes are picking it up off the bottom or hitting it on the fall.
Nice fish, Tony.
It's a better fish. There we go, that's a good fish right
nice
there, man.
Fish.
That's what we're after.
That's what we're after.
Oh, there we go, look at that thing. Big pre-spawn females. That's what we're after today, is these great big walleyes. And that's what makes it fun out here is not only are you fishing aggressively, I mean, we have surface temps that are 40 degrees, but you're catching big females like this that are coming in to spawn. I'm gonna get her back in the water. What a beautiful fish. Now, I really like pitching these baits. Obviously, we're in shallow water, and these fish are just kind of moving up and down this break line. What we do is we come up and just kind of graph the area. We're looking for big pods of walleyes in this area, and then just coming back through. We're casting downwind. Like I said, the water's pretty cold, so you know, even though we're fishing aggressive, we're not fishing super fast. You know, I'm not reeling super fast. It's just kind of that slow, methodical cadence where it's momentarily touching the bottom, you're ripping it up in the water column, and then walking it straight back down. And you can just feel everything. You can feel that vibration. A lot of times I'll feel the walleyes. If they hit it on the fall, you'll feel it on the fall. But even if it's laying dead flat on the bottom, which they pick it up a lot of times while it's laying on the bottom, you can still feel it throughout this rod blank.
He's getting friendly.
Suppose you netted mine, I can net yours, you know.
Oh yeah.
He's putting me to work here.
That's a good one. It's a really
nice
good
fish.
One. Oh, he's a little side hooked. That's a problem.
There we go.
Oh, I thought he was a little bigger than that. Ah, it's a pretty fish. Nice, clean fish. Decent size. Good belly for sure. Good head
That's
shapes.
the thing about Rippin Raps too, is I think the way they work so well, especially out here in Green Bay, is they're heavily feeding on gobies. The water's a little stained. You know, it's got that loud rattle chamber. You got to kind of match the hatch, but that loud rattle chamber, they just feel that in that lateral line. There we go.
Nice.
Good fish.
Nice fish.
Beauty. Oh, nice looking walleye.
Nice.
And that's the thing, the Rippin Raps come in a wide variety of colors. You know, the sizes I like the most for open water anyway would be the 5, 6s, and 7s. And a lot of anglers, you know, rely on custom colors, especially out here. They're really big into custom colors. Rapala has some new custom colors coming out that are working obviously fantastic. You can never have enough colors in baits because, you know, whether you're fishing Green Bay, Minnesota, rivers, it always seems like there's a certain color that those fish key on, and that's the one you need, right? Good fish. All right, let's throw this one back. I like to use a rod in that 6'8" to 7'2" variety, something that feels right. You don't want something too long and something too short. You really got to be able to work that bait. You know, it's that cadence of ripping that Rippin Rap back to the boat, letting it hit the bottom momentarily, and you know, you get that cadence down, and that length seems to be perfect for that. The other key element of this rod is having something that's in the medium to medium light variety, but the most important part is having that extra fast tip, something that's going to load up. You know, I just caught a few fish on the end of the cast when you're doing that, you've got to have something that loads up instantly, good backbone where you're going to get good hook setting power. You know, having the right rod is the key element to catching these fish. He was definitely angry that he had a Rippin' Rap dinner.
Going sideways.
Got the front hook anyway, that's a good sign.
Right in there.
There we go. What a, gosh, they're all just chunks. I tell you what, if you want to have a ton of fun with a reactionary type of strike for walleyes, it's hard to beat a Rippin' Rap. I myself, I mean, I love pitching baits regardless if it's plastics, if it's crankbaits, anytime where a walleye's coming up and smacking it. But this bite is so much fun when you feel that vibration, just that rattle, just you feel that vibration, and these fish just come up and thump it. Hey, for my good buddy Matt Ernst, I'm Tony Roach. Stay tuned for more Midwest Outdoors.